live for another edition of Winning Wednesday. How do these weeks go by so quickly? I
I
would love
can't believe we're almost at the end of summer.
I know tomorrow is the 25th of July. Well, today's the 24th. And
Mhm.
so next week it's August already.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad because then I just know we're that much, and I love fall, don't get me wrong, but we're that much closer to cold. So, well, I'm excited. It's another edition of Winning Wednesday, and this is Sonia
Jeannie.
and we are so excited about this topic today. We have just been talking a lot about it. We've been doing this series on anti-aging and also inflammation and all the things. I mean, they're really one and the same, right? So if you look at the leading cause of any disease, it's inflammation. Well, what's inflaming us is also making us look and feel older.
Mhm.
So we're talking about skin aging today. And the title of this video is your skin aging or are you just inflamed? So what's going on in your body that is showing on your skin? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you guys are here with us live, let us know you're here. Let us know where you're watching from. We are live all over the place. If you are on the replay, let us know that you've caught us on the replay as well too. All right, so let's get into this exciting topic and just to kind of, revisit this whole concept of inflammation as I think about it. We've talked about what's causing the body to be inflamed. We've talked about supplements for inflammation. We've talked about nutrition for inflammation. We've talked about movement. So all of this, as you can see, is like building up to really a full set of tools that you have in your hands to help your body be less inflamed. When you're less inflamed, you're going to live longer, you're going to feel better as you're aging. That's really what this is all about. So last week we talked a lot about supplements for last week we talked about movement. The week before we
Mhm.
talked about supplements. So if you missed those, go back and listen to them. But let's talk about skin aging. So what happens as we get older? So tell me about some of the things that you've experienced, Jeannie, and your changing skin as you've gotten older.
So one of the first things that I noticed with my skin is I started breaking out with lots of acne on my face right around the time that I hit menopause.
Hmm.
And I didn't connect the dots back then. It was only until afterwards that I realized that, oh, it's related to menopause. Okay, that makes sense. And so that was one of the first things that I saw going on with my skin. The other thing I noticed was my skin started to sag, the jowls, going on. And I always had big cheeks, but then I got the crease going on over here, and so those things were the first things that I started to see with my skin aging. Oh, my eyelids as well. My
Droopy
eyelids started
lips?
to drooping,
Uh-huh.
and so, those are like the signs of aging. But also, I think part of it is the change in the hormones because of menopause.
Absolutely. I'm actually looking for my before and after picture here from when I started my anti-aging journey. Why is it that when you're looking for a picture, you
Oh,
can't? Here we go. I'm going to
yes.
open my before picture because some of the things that you just said,
Hmm.
it's like, oh, all those light bulbs started going off. Now, you probably aren't going to be able to see this very well, but nonetheless, this is 2019.
Yes.
Literally, that's 5 years ago.
Oops.
And I had a lot of
You
lines, wrinkles. Oh, can you see?
you
Am I?
you froze for a second,
Oh, the
but you're
technology.
on now. Yep,
I
I
would say
see
the
you.
technology god's against me today. But nonetheless, I had a lot of lines on my forehead. I had a lot of like sagging puffiness under my eyes.
Ah.
I had a lot of just dry skin. I had no glow to my skin. I was like, okay, when did we get here? Right. And so we're speaking to women over 40, right? Just in case you're wondering
Mhm.
who we're talking to. And guys, you can
Yeah.
listen up too, because I know guys have wrinkles and fine lines and all that stuff too. What I didn't realize is that yes, I was getting older, but I was experiencing a ton of inflammation. A ton. And what I had yet to know in that before picture was that I was living in toxic mold and I had no idea. I
Wow.
was, dealing with active Epstein-Barr virus. I was dealing with, food sensitivities and all this stuff going on, a lot of gut problems. And really, the moral of the story is this, you guys. The reason we're tying these two things together is because most people think when they have these visible signs of aging, what do? Run out Botox, fillers, cosmetic procedures. Maybe I need to up my skincare game, right? I need like 5 new products. Like this serum's going to fix everything, or that serum, or this cream, or whatever. Not that, I'm not bashing skincare. I love skincare as much as everyone else. I think it's amazing if you can find a good, clean, anti-aging skincare. But really, it comes down to this. The reason that your skin, pardon my French, looks like shit is because there's something going on inside, right?
Yes.
So Jeannie used the example of menopause. So tell us, show us that picture,
Let's
because
just see
bring
that.
it more in the
Ah,
center. Yeah, it's just like more in this. There we
there we
go. Okay, there. So look at your face. Like you can see that
It's
puffiness. That
inflamed. Yes. You could
Mhm.
just see the inflammation. It's just puffy. I've got the acne, the redness. You see where my cheeks are, the deep line going through.
Mhm.
So you can definitely see that.
Yeah, and now come close to the camera now because you look amazing. Like stick your face in the camera, right? You look amazing. And what year was that?
This was a couple of about when was this? In 2021, I think it was.
Okay. All right. So 3 years ago. All right. So mine was
Yeah.
5 years ago. Yours was 3 years ago. And,
Mhm.
obviously you went through menopause, it changed your hormones. And when you're in the midst of it, you don't realize what's going on. You're like, oh my gosh, like my whole body is just going sideways here, right? And it's
You
showing,
don't notice.
right?
Yeah.
But you were
Mhm.
also experiencing a lot of grief and stress,
Mhm.
right? Which we
Mhm.
know those
Mhm.
can cause, what do those cause?
Inflammation. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
So getting a new skincare product isn't going to fix the inflammation, right?
Yeah.
The other thing that happens that causes a lot of inflammation in the body as we get older, talking about hormones, especially women as we age, our estrogen levels, that first they go like this, right? In perimenopause. And then once you get into menopause, they go, and then they pretty much tank out,
They're in
right?
the toilet. My
Yeah,
doctor
and
told
then
me.
and then your adrenal glands take over and they start producing the estrogen. But nonetheless, so if you're stressed and then your adrenal glands are taking over production from your ovaries that are no longer producing estrogen, and you've got your adrenal glands like doing all this work and your cortisol's all over the place, like your whole body is starting to become more inflamed.
Yeah.
And guess what? You get wrinkles, you get fine lines, you lose that glow to your skin. But here's a very important thing that most people don't know. And Jeannie, I know you know this, but here's a bit of trivia for you guys. Estrogen is the car motor for
Mhm.
collagen production.
Yeah.
Estrogen is the motor for collagen production. So what Jeannie said in that picture she just showed us of like her menopausal change, guess what? When her estrogen dropped, so did her collagen.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
I mean, the
collagen,
collagen already was dropping anyway, but then it went down
yeah,
even
really
further.
bad.
Yeah. Yes.
So let's grab a trail on the collagen for a second, because I think it's important for people to understand that over the age of 30, your levels of collagen and it's a gradual decline. If you think about it, I was I was FaceTiming with my nephew. This is kind of a cute story. He's 6 and he was like pulling on his face and making funny faces at me on the FaceTime. And I was like, don't do that, Will. You're gonna get wrinkles. And he's like, I want wrinkles. But when I saw how like pliable and plump his skin was, that's all collagen.
Mhm.
It is the most abundant protein in the body, and as we age, goes down. And
Right.
then incoming hormonal shift with estrogen loss, guess what? Goes down even more. So we're SOL, right? And so I told him, I said, leave your face alone. You don't want wrinkles. And he thinks he wants wrinkles. I'm like, you really don't want them.
He's so cute.
Yeah, he is adorable. But nonetheless, it's very it's lovely to see young skin like that. and
Mhm.
think if we could just keep it like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some things that you can do to keep obviously that inflammation out of your skin. So, what are some of the changes that you made to go from that picture to where you are now? Because obviously you're a couple years older, but you look like
Yeah.
10, 15 years younger.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say number 1, I worked on decreasing my stress because as you said, I was going through grief, very stressful time, and I really focused in on decreasing my stress. I brought in meditation, journaling, walking, all the things that help with decreasing stress. The other thing I did was taking that collagen. That collagen is amazing. It's a liquid biocell collagen and it's clinical grade, which I love.
Weird.
So I know you use it every day too. And that was really like I saw a change literally in just a few weeks by doing the little tweaks, just decreasing my stress, which helped me with more sleep. I worked on, taking the supplement and just sometimes those little changes you make brings you big results because I
Mm.
was consistent with those things. And guess what? Those things then kind of fell into the other categories, which better sleep. I made better, eating choices, drank lots more water, things like that that you don't want to do when you're going through stress. Like you just kind of shut down. So yeah, those were the changes I made, and I started to see a difference within just a few weeks. And then by continually doing these things and improving upon myself, over the years, now you could see much better results.
Yeah, because you look like a totally different person. Just
Thank you.
like, because I saw you go through that change
Yeah.
and I knew how stressed you were. But you guys, if you're stressed, I mean, we can't take away your stress, and we've done a lot of talking around stress. You got to
Mhm.
figure out ways to manage your stress. I
Yeah.
lost both of my parents in the last 2.5 years and am still healing from, but went through a very toxic battle with mold. And
Mm.
we found toxic mold in our attic. And, I won't get into all of that. But what I didn't put two and two together that a lot of these things that I was seeing on the outside had everything to do with how unhealthy I was on the inside. It wasn't my diet. I'm a dietitian. This is what I do for a living. It wasn't my diet. I was still exercising. My sleep became disrupted because of the toxic mold.
Mhm.
And mold has friends. It invites other friends, so you become more sensitive to chemicals and other things that can inflame the body as well. But you got to think about all of the things in your environment that
Mhm.
could be inflaming your body because they're going to show up on your skin. So that is always number one on the list. Number two, you got to get yourself a good bioidentical collagen. If you don't want to go to the spa and spend all this money on Botox and fillers and cosmetic procedures, which aren't fixing the root of the inflammation, right? So you're going to have to just keep doing that stuff. You got to get to the root of the problem. So you got to decrease the inflammation, whatever that is, take care of your gut health, right? So using a pre, pro, and postbiotic, making sure that you're having good, healthy number twos, right? Making sure you're eating a high fiber diet that feeds your ecosystem, your microbiome. Because trust me when I say that an unhealthy gut will show on your face. Most people are like, well, how is that even like related? But just remember that your body is one super highway. And we think about this like in conventional medicine, we're trained to you go to the gastroenterologist for your gut, you go to the neurologist for your brain, you go to the um, what's the orthopedic surgeon for your joints, right? Like I see, I don't go to these doctors, so I
The
put them all
dermatologist for your skin.
dermatologist for your skin. Everybody's an ologist, right? So
Yes.
there's an ologist for everything. But what they don't tell you is that your GI problems can be affecting your skin. They just give you a steroid cream to fix what's on your skin, but you
Yeah.
haven't fixed what's going on in the rest of your body. So what we want you to do first and foremost is think about all these things that are causing your body to be inflamed. And again, you can go back and listen to our previous episodes, but we also want you to know that as you get older, you are losing so much collagen.
Mhm.
You are losing hyaluronic acid. And hyaluronic acid is actually responsible for the hydration of your skin. Well, when your skin's not hydrated, you got more visible signs of aging, right?
Mhm.
And so when I started using this collagen, it's been what, 3.5 years now? I've kind of lost track. Within the first 28 days, I noticed a huge shift in the hydration of my skin. And I showed you my before picture. I mean, you can see me live here on camera. There's no filters on here.
Your skin glows.
Yeah. And
I
thank
mean, it just looks amazing.
And yeah, I use a great collagen HA skincare as well, but it's the skincare is second.
Mm,
Number one is replenishing what's gone missing in your body. Because
yeah.
if your body is not producing estrogen anymore, estrogen's the motor for collagen production. Good luck producing collagen. The beautiful thing about this product is not only does it also have hyaluronic acid and a bunch of other really good stuff, but the type of collagen that's in here actually encourages your body to produce more collagen on its own. Previously, the only way to do that was to go get your skin agitated, right? So all those procedures they do that agitate your skin, create damage, micro damage in your skin to then create new collagen turnover and synthesis.
Yeah.
That used to be what you had to do. But now we have a bioidentical product that makes all the difference in the world. It has just been such a life changer for me. And I will take it with me to my grave. Literally. Really, hopefully that's many years from now. But as I tell people, it is the one supplement I will get out of bed if I forget to take.
Mhm.
Everything else can wait till the morning. But take it, and it's only 2 tablespoons a day. So
Yeah.
it's made an enormous difference. But, as
Yes.
it relates to inflammation, I mean, talk about some of the signs or the things that improved for you
Yeah.
outside of your skin, have decreased inflammation in your body.
So, I don't have as much joint pain as I used to because it does help with joints. It does help to contribute to gut health. So I definitely feel like there's an improvement there. Um, and this is part of other supplements I've taken as well to help with my gut. So, but it is definitely a well-rounded. When you look at supplements, you want things that complement each other, and that's what these things do.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I mean, overall, I would say, my skin, my hair is thicker. I don't know if you saw in the photo, but you could see like my hair is not as thin in the front. Like you could see
Mhm.
my
Hairline.
let me do that. Yeah.
And that's like that
Hairline.
hormonal stuff. Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah.
hairline stuff, the bald
So
patches on the
my
side.
hair, yeah, my nails are healthier.
Mhm.
Okay. So this stuff you can't really just make up. There's no filters. You can see right there on the camera. I
Listen,
like my nails short and usually keep them just plain, but
I
they're
actually
healthy.
I actually have to cut mine now.
Yes,
You can just see the nail file, now I have to cut them. Like,
yes,
it's
and they're very hard to cut to just go. The nail technician will say if it goes clip, you've got nice tough nails.
mm,
That's how you know that you've got healthy nails. If it just makes that click,
fun
very
fact.
hard.
So
Yeah, just
listen
kind
when
of
you get your
flies.
nails done, ladies, listen for the click. I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you for sharing. I had no idea. Well, even better, so much when they added biotin and pea sprouts
Yes.
and bamboo, like, recently to this formula, and
Mhm.
my hair has done a complete 360. And
Mm.
a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm no longer being exposed to mold. But I mean, because mold can make your hair thin and fall out, and that's a whole nother conversation. And I was experiencing that. I was experiencing some bald patches. I was like, oh, what is going on? And again, going back to that before photo I showed you guys, I was living in a really unhealthy place despite eating organic, eating, all the things that we teach, because I was so toxic and that toxicity was causing so much inflammation. My skin looked horrible. So I'm now
Yeah.
5 years older than I was in that picture, and I look like I'm 10 years younger. And that makes my heart so happy. And that's the gift that we want to give back to you. So when you think about skin problems, we want you to think beyond what's going to just fix the pimple or it's going to fix the
Mhm.
sagging under your eyes. You got to step back and think about, why am I in this position to begin with? Why is my skin so inflamed? And
Yeah.
then, obviously, step one, you got to reduce those lifestyle factors that are causing the inflammation. Step two, I believe every woman over 40, I would go to my grave saying this,
Yeah.
needs this in their life. I know it costs more than the powdered stuff you can buy at Walmart, but let me rabbit trail on that for a second, because I think it's important to understand, because I know a lot of you will be like, well, that costs too much, so I'm just not going to do it. Make it happen. Set
Right.
aside money. Don't buy the lattes. Like, budget somehow to be able to afford it. It's that important. Because
Yeah.
if you just go, and did you use other collagen supplements before this brand?
Actually, no, I never had.
Oh,
But I
wow.
will say one I'm gonna add to this in that you wanna look at this as it's a clinical grade, meaning it is so powerful that you would have to buy several of the powdered to start to see any type of improvement equal to the clinical grade. So that those
Mhm.
are the differences right there. I mean, if you end up spending just as much or more buying the powdered stuff.
Because the most expensive product is the one that doesn't work and you dump money down the drain.
Mhm.
And so I used for 5 years before finding this product. 5 years. That picture I showed you, that had been years of using powdered collagen.
Wow.
Zero results other than made a good protein shake. And the reason for that is because the formulation that we use here, not only is it liquid, but it's very closely resembles what the human body produces on its own. So our human articular cartilage, like my young nephew Will, has lots of collagen from his human articular cartilage. I don't have all that anymore. Neither does Jeannie, and you probably don't either if you're watching this. So what we do is, we take this powdered stuff, but it's like taking a square and trying to fit it into a circle. It doesn't
Mhm.
work. So
Right.
this is bioidentical to what the body produces naturally, which is why it's so effective, which is why the powdered stuff will never work. It's not bioidentical, it's poorly absorbed. You get what you pay for.
Exactly. Yep.
So there you
I
have
love
it.
it. Yeah.
So, is your skin aging or are you just inflamed? It's a question to ask yourself, and we are here to help you with
Mhm.
fixing that problem. And we like to look at things very holistically and not just sell you a cream to fix it, but like, why are you having this problem to begin with?
Yep.
Are you stressed? Are you toxic? Well, we all are, but like, how toxic are you? Is your gut not functioning properly? Are you in menopause or perimenopause and losing collagen left and right? Is it gone missing, as I like to say? Those are all the things that we can help you with. And a lot of it is making your body inflamed. So this has
Exactly.
been a lot of fun. Anything else you wanted to add, Jeannie, to things that
Just
might be
well,
inflaming your skin?
yeah, just end it with start slowly. Work on your environment first because it doesn't matter what you do internally, the external is still going to impact you. So I would start with the external and then start working internally. Take a good quality collagen, like Sonia shared. And lastly, if you are interested in what we've taken, you can comment below or send us a message. And then, if you need any help at all with anything else as far as skincare or your health overall, just let us know.
Absolutely. Drop info below. And by the way, for viewers on this video only, both of us have $25 off coupons along with free shipping if it's
Yeah.
something you're interested in, the collagen that is.
Yes.
So drop
Yeah.
collagen in the comments. And if you're not wanting to comment on the video because you're in the witness protection program, you can send us a message wherever you're watching from, whether that's LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching from. And we'd
Yeah.
be happy to share any information with you. And last but not least, if you guys found this
Mhm.
helpful, we are live in a public place, so you can go ahead and share this video. And if you'd also like to see some additional testimonials from the product, go ahead and drop group in the comments, because we can add you to a testimonial group that will show you it's not just us that's had amazing results, right? We showed you 2 live examples, but I can show you thousands of testimonials and millions of raving fans all over the world. So I hope you guys found this valuable. Jeannie, thanks for hanging out with me
Thank you. This was great.
Yeah, we'll be live next week for Winning Wednesday again. And if you guys would, we're still kind of talking about this inflammation topic, but if there's anything that you would like to hear us speak more about, we'd love to know from you down in the comments, because that's what we're here for. So thanks for joining us, and you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.